Welcome everyone. The Bhagavad Gita. Guess whose voice opens the Gita? Nope, not Krishna's and not Arjun's either. In fact, it is the voice of the anxious king Dhritarashtra who asked Sanjay a question. Interestingly, this is the only time in the entire Gita that Dhritarashtra speaks. So the shlok is Dhritarashtra Vach Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samvata Yuyutsavaha Mamaka Pandavas Sachav Kim Kurvata Sanjay. Let me say again this shlok. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samvita Yuyutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavashachev Kim Kurvart Sanjay. That means Dhritarashtra spoke, "O Sanjay, tell me what is going on in that holy field of Kurukshetra, where my sons and the Pandavas have gathered to fight." Now Sanjay, you know what? He had no words of comfort to offer his master. He felt a great pity for the blind king, but knew in his heart that the Lord of the Kurus had only himself to blame for letting things come to this. Should he keep some of the less savory details of the battle about to begin from the king? Then? But that decision was not Sanjay's to make. He was only the commentator, the impartial observer, and it was his duty to report without emotion on everything that was going on. But it was hard not to be able to express an opinion or take sides, not to wail and lament the coming destruction of a great kingdom. Well, he let his gaze travel over the faces of 100 court of princes. Sighing inwardly, he steeled himself to convey what he saw to the king. "The uproar is tumultuous," he said. "It rends the earth and the sky, and it shatters the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra." Meanwhile, Arjun, he put down his conch and picked up his trusty bow, the Gandiva. The uproar on the battlefield had excited his warrior blood, and he was raring to go. It would not hurt for the opposition to see him in his full glory, broad-shouldered, golden in the sunrise. Arjun, the Ati Maharati, who could hold off an entire Akshauhini on his own. Their own personal angel of doom coming to get them. He cracked a smile at the thought. "Krishna," he said, tapping his charioteer on the shoulder, "do me a favor, will you? We still have a few minutes before everyone starts shooting. Drive me right into the center of the battlefield, bang into the middle of both armies. Who are these people who wants to help my rotten cousin Duryodhan achieve his evil ends? I want to lock eyes with them, stare them down, scare them silly before I grind them into the dust." Krishna chuckled. Show off. Arjun shrugged. Can't really help. if I am the greatest archer in the world, can I? Krishna's eyebrows disappeared into his crown. What? Arjun said, suddenly insecure. I am the greatest archer, aren't I? I mean, I know Karna is also good, but everyone knows I'm the best. And Acharya himself has said that in so many words. You don't agree? Calm down, Ati Maharati, smiled Krishna. Just teasing you. I can't believe you fall for it every time. Dodging Arjun's playful punch, he tugged at the reins and clicked his tongue. The horses took off, their white manes flying as they galloped to the center of the field. Krishna steered the chariot into position and turned to look at his friend. All yours, stare away. Smiling smugly, Arjun surveyed the opposition. Before him, stretching away into the distance on either side, glittering seemingly endless rows, were the 11 Akshahunis of the Kaurava army, impatient for the war to begin. He zoomed in on the faces of the commanders, the teams of expert bowmen, the leaders of the cavalry, and the front runners of the vast infantry. They were all opposite him, and they were all people he recognized. Fathers and grandfathers who had watched over him in his childhood, scolding, pampering, advising, praising. Uncles and cousins who had been a vital part of his teenage years. Teachers and elders, including grandfather Bhishma, who had been more than a father to him, and his beloved Acharya Drona, who had taught him all he knew. He was like completely rattled. And he was here to stare them down? Before he let fly his unerring arrows and cut them down? Oh my God, what am I doing? Suddenly, the enormity of what he was about to do struck Arjun like a thunderbolt. The greatest archer in the world broke into a cold sweat. A deadly fear he had never before encountered paralyzed his mind. His knees buckled under him and his hands shook uncontrollably, letting the Gandiv slip from his grasp. Krishna, he whispered in a voice he barely recognized as his own. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. Well, the response in my next video. Thank you so much for listening. Do subscribe and share.